Can we begin? Verse 5. This is where Ashtavakra's revolutionary ideas begin. Yeah. In 5, he starts breaking down your conditioning. Now, these conditionings apply to ancient India. At that time, these were prevalent and very, very strong and very dearly held on to. So he's talking about those conditionings. You understand those, but you start applying personally. What conditionings do I have today? And what do I need to drop off, shed off? Yeah. On similar lines, whatever conditionings you can find for yourself. So first we'll read the verse. न त्वं विप्रादिको वर्णो नाश्रमीनाक्षगोचरः असङ्गोऽसि निराकारो विश्वसाक्षी सुखी भव. You do not belong to the Brahmin or any other caste. You are not at any ashrama, or in bracket you can write stage in life. You are imperceptible. That which cannot be perceived by the senses is imperceptible. You are unattached. You are formless. You are the witness of everything. Be happy. Ashtavakra says you do not belong to any caste like the Brahmin caste. Natvam vipradiko varno. In ancient India, even today, some people follow it. There is a caste system that divides the society based on the occupation the ancestors did, not what they do. What the ancestors did. The 4 castes are Brahmin, Kshatriya, Vaishya, Shudra. Most people today do not approve of this caste system as it creates a big divide in society, but there are some who still follow it. This is the cultural difference between India and the rest of the world. This sutra might apply to India, but it is only an example thrown out there. If you belong to another culture where there are another kind of divisions in society, you apply that. Yeah. Even Christianity has been divided into so many different sects. Even Buddhism has different sects. Yeah, these are sections in that particular caste itself. Sections in particular religions. Sections in particular paths. Anything that divides society. Yeah? Any such belief that I have, I should look at that when I go through this verse, because that particular belief is something that Ashtavakra is insisting that I shed, I let go, I drop. Clear how we have to apply it to ourselves? For those who are unaware of the caste system that was there in India and what he's talking about, very quickly I'll go through it because most people know about it. Vaishyas were engaged in trade and business. If you're born in a family of ancestors that engaged in business, then you are automatically labeled as a Vaishya. Yeah? Kshatriyas were engaged in politics, in army, navy, defending the country, etc. So if one is born in a family where ancestors did all this kind of occupations, were engaged in these occupations, then one was just labeled as a Kshatriya. Similarly, Brahmins, they were engaged in education. So if your ancestors were engaged in education, irrespective of whether you're even interested in education anymore or not, maybe you just hate the idea of school and studies, even then you are labeled a Brahmin. Yeah, because your ancestors followed that. Yeah, it's a lineage. Everybody just did that. Father to son, it came down. Shudras were engaged in services industry, very menial jobs of society, whatever they served the society, just because their ancestors were engaged in that, one was labeled as a Shudra. There were also some out of caste or Dalits or untouchables. Yeah, so this divided society, this created belief systems that one must follow only one particular family tradition, must be limited to that occupation per the tradition, should not go outside that occupation. One must marry somebody who is from the same caste. So all these beliefs were built around this caste system. It's not really legal anymore in India, but some people who are stuck there still practice this discrimination. They still see a divide in society. So if you are one of them, Ashtavakra is directly talking to you. Yeah, and he's reminding Janaka that you are the consciousness. You cannot belong to a caste. It's not possible only. How can space have caste? This space, I cannot even contain it. I build 4 walls and I say that this is my room. Yeah, but really, can I say this space belongs to Ekta? Can I say this space in Germany is different from that space in US, from that space in Australia, from that space in India? No, it is the same space. How can you, the space of nothingness, be divided? How can you, the space of nothingness, have a caste? Yeah? So drop this. It's time to start shedding conditioning and beliefs. And if you're not ready to shed these conditioning and belief, it will be very, very hard walking with Ashtavakra. Very hard. Yeah? You have to choose either or. The consciousness is like space. Just like space cannot be divided, you, the consciousness, cannot be divided. Secondly, he reminds King Janaka that you, the consciousness, cannot belong to any ashrama. That's the word nashrami. Ashrama means a stage in life. Again, this is a traditional, cultural belief from India, which was followed in those days. It is not really followed anymore, but there are some people who still follow and still see themselves bound. How should you take the Nashrami part? You also have a subtle belief, oh, I was young, now I am old. You also see yourself bound by the stages of life of the body-mind. Yeah, so that's how you are supposed to understand this part of the verse. So just to give a quick brief of what the 4 ashramas or the 4 stages of life per the belief of ancient India were. Number 1, Brahmacharya ashram. Until the age of 25, you are a brahmachari. Means you study, you understand the external world, you understand internal truth as well. It's not there anymore, but in ancient India, when they went to Gurukul, they didn't study just the sciences. They studied what we are studying today, this Advaita knowledge. They really did Swapna Nidra Jnana Sadhana in Gurukul. By the age of 25, they had done all this. They had seen all this. They had recognized it. Some got it only intellectually, some got it experientially depending on the spiritual maturity. Yeah, but all this was a part of Brahmacharya ashram. That's the first ashram. Second, Grahastha ashram means restricted to the caste, of course. You have to get married and have kids and have a proper social life. Whatever pleasures of the world you want to attain, you attain them. That was Grahastha ashram, 25 to 50. Yeah. Once you come to 50, Grahastha ashram over. Number 3 ashram starts. That is Vanaprastha ashram. It's a transition phase, 50 to 75. Yeah. In those days, age was about 100, the natural, normal age that people usually survived. Or that's how they had at least divided the ashramas. Yeah. So, Vanaprastha ashram from 50 onwards till 75. It's a transition phase. You are retiring from all your household responsibilities, giving it to the son or the daughter, and you start seeking that internal truth. Whatever you studied in Brahmacharya ashram about who am I, that is what you are supposed to now start contemplating in Vanaprastha ashram. Also, all the lessons that you learned from Grahastha ashram are supposed to be understood in Vanaprastha ashram. In Grahastha ashram, when you are with wife and whatever, husband or kids and family and all, you learn many truths. For example, the mind can never be satiated. You really now start contemplating on that. Well, the mind can never be satiated means it can never be happy. You start contemplating on that. You start recognizing all the truths that life taught you. This is the meaning of Vanaprastha ashram. Yeah. I just gave you 1 or 2 realizations. Whatever realizations that come to you during the married life, the Grahastha ashram, all that must be contemplated on during Vanaprastha ashram, and you should have that mindset of renouncing everything and seeking the higher truth only. And the 4th ashram is Sannyas ashram. So after doing this self-inquiry in Vanaprastha ashram, you become very strong, ready to renounce. Yeah, this happens at 75. That's the way they had divided it. Sannyas ashram begins. And one naturally wants to now renounce the world because one has recognized this cannot bring me happiness. Yeah? How did I recognize that? By my self-inquiry done during the Vanaprastha ashram. Yeah? You start seeking liberation from this ignorant lust for the world. This is the true meaning of sannyasa, renunciation. Yeah? You renounce that which does not bring me happiness. And then they would leave the house, take on an ascetic life, yeah, and jump into sannyas ashram. Seek only moksha. But now our age has shrunk. We don't live any more 100 years, huh? Most of us hardly will make it to 50, 60 and poof. Yeah. So now what happens? Now everything has reduced, na? So in those days, a lot of people used to skip Grahastha ashram. No marriage, no need. Yeah. From Brahmacharya ashram directly to Vanaprastha and Sannyas. Some used to skip even Vanaprastha. From Brahmacharya directly Sannyas ashram. Yeah. Now with times it has got all mixed up and we are attempting to complete it faster. Very naturally it has happened through time, if you see. So Ashtavakra tells King Janaka that you, the consciousness, cannot belong to the ashramas. So drop this idea that I belong to this age group, I am whatever, a youngster or youth, or I am a senior. This is my own idea. Yeah. Again, it is a waking thought. It is not me. You, the consciousness, cannot belong to any ashrama, nashrami. You can never study in brahmacharya ashram because you are consciousness. You cannot study. You, the consciousness, cannot marry in grihastha ashram and have kids. Yeah. You, the consciousness, can never run after the pleasures of the world in grihastha ashram. You, the consciousness, can never seek liberation from the ignorant lust of the world in vanaprastha ashram. And you, the consciousness, cannot renounce the world in sannyas ashram. So you are nashrami. You do not belong to any ashrama, any stage of life. He's giving a technique here. The technique is neti, neti. I am not this, I am not this, I am not childhood, I am not adulthood, I am not youth, I am not a senior citizen. All these are labels that I have put on the I of this waking thought. This entire waking thought has one I, that body, mind, personality. I am wrongly identifying with that. I am the space of consciousness in which this entire waking thought has appeared. I, the body, mind, this is also waking thought. Prithakritya, separate it out. That is not I. I am not I. I am not I. The next line of that verse, same verse, he says, Asangosi, you are naturally detached. We have done this, Asanga, this word, we have done this in Gurukul in detail. Yeah? You have always been naturally detached. Always. And you can see it in your own experience. Most of you have already done this experiment. The beginners who have not done it can experiment this. You can see that you are in so many situations during the day, assuming that I am this body mind that is involved in this situation. But you have naturally had this recognition for a split second to be distant from the drama. Have you not? Big drama going on at home, in office. You do notice the body mind is involved in that situation, whatever is happening in the situation. And suddenly there is a distancing. You notice that you are totally at a distance from what is happening. This lasts for a glimpse, a few seconds. Again, the false assumption arises in you, oh, I am the father, I am the mother, I should be more involved in the family, or I am a good employee, I should be more involved in the office. And then you shift that label of I from that witnessing space to this body mind and you get involved again. This shift is an assumption, manyata. This shift from here to here is natural. Asangosi, you are asanga, naturally detached. This is the self-inquiry technique that you need to experiment on for this verse. Don't tell me how to do it. Don't ask me how to do it. I've already given you the technique. Your job is to experiment and see what Ekta is saying. Is that real? Do I really experientially see it? Yes? Experiment, verify for your own self. Apo Deepo Bhava. Be your own light. Not depending on an external person. So, not believing Ashtavakra blindly. Not believing Ekta blindly. Experimenting and verifying, yes, this is so true. This happens so naturally. Yes. Asanga is Very clear? Yeah? The meaning of Asanga is clear. Now, in Asanga, I have to recognize one more thing. It happens naturally, without effort. I don't have to make an effort for this distancing to happen. I have to just recognize it and acknowledge it honestly. My only problem is I am fake. I lie. I lie to myself that no, I am not detached. I lie to myself that I am this body mind that is the father, the mother, the employee, the friend, whatever that situation demands. I lie to myself and I make myself believe my own lies. And obviously, if I ingrain it again and again and again and again and again and again and again, it becomes such a strong impression. Now, this becomes my truth. This becomes my new normal. But even amid such a strong impression, that detachment happens naturally. I cannot stop it only. It's spontaneous, it's natural, without effort. I have to just be a good observer, recognize it, and acknowledge it honestly. Yes, I am Asanga. I am naturally detached. Yes, so experiment number 1, verify if you can recognize that you're naturally detached. Many times. I just gave you the example of drama. It'll be easy to see it when everything is hunky-dory, everything is happy, everybody's laughing, talking. You'll naturally notice that distancing. As if you're not there only. As if the body-mind is automatically involved in everything, but you are at a distance. That's when you've started to recognize in the waking state that you are the witness. You are not the body-mind. That's your first step into the door. You're just getting your feet wet. Now hold on to it. Don't let it go. Don't brush it under the carpet. Yeah, so experiment number 1, I am naturally Asanga. Experiment number 2, it will naturally happen. You have to only recognize all this. You're not doing it. You're recognizing what is already happening to me. Initially, I was ignoring it. I used to lie to myself. Now I have stopped lying to myself. I am being an astute observer of myself now. Okay? So number 1 again, Asanga experiment. Number 2, Nirakara. The moment I recognize that this distancing has happened, I also recognize that I am Nirakar, formless. Nirakar. I don't have a form. I am not this body-mind. Right now, I am very clear that I am not Ekta, the Advaitin teacher speaking, whose hands are moving, whose lips are moving. I am very clear I am at a distance. I can see that. And I can see I do not have a form. I am Nirakar. Can you see the same? You are not the one who's listening. You are not the one who's writing. You are the one who's witnessing the body-mind. Listen to these words and make notes. Are you able to see that? This is called witnessing. Witnessing the form. I, the formless, am witnessing the form. I, the Nirakar, am witnessing the Akar or the Akriti. This Akriti, this Akar, is only an assumed I. It's not real. This is the real I, the formless witness that is witnessing the action of speaking happening at this body level. This formless witnessing. That is who I am. It doesn't even say an I. Space does not say, it does not speak, it does not talk. The space of awareness is just like that. It's a quiet witness. It does not say I. It does not speak. The space of awareness is where the thought arises. I, the formlessness, know the form of thought. Thought has a subtle form. Do you recognize it? Yes? Thought, you're saying yes, no in your mind. I get it, I don't get it. These are thoughts. Yes? These have a subtle form. I, the formlessness, consciousness, I recognize the subtle form of thought. I am witnessing the thought. So I am Nirakara. Recognize this. When you recognize the Asanga, that is step 1. Step 2 is recognizing that which is Asanga is Nirakar, is formless. The second recognition is very important. It must not be ignored. Asangosi, Nirakara, Vishwasakshi, Sukhi Bhava. Number 3 is Vishwasakshi. I am the witness of everything. I am not just at a distance. I am not just formless, but I am witnessing everything. The body, the mind, and the world. I usually forget about witnessing the world. I am not experiencing the world. I am witnessing the world. These are two different things. The Sanskrit word for experiencer is bhokta. For the one that is witnessing is sakshi. I can only be a sakshi. I can only know the world. I can never experience the world. Experience means the reaper of consequences, or the enjoyer, or the sufferer. That is the experiencer, bhokta. I am not the sufferer, I am not the enjoyer. I am not experiencing. It is this body mind which is a part of this waking world thought that is doing whatever it is supposed to do per the script of this waking world thought. It is this body mind that is experiencing whatever is the consequence of its doing in this waking world thought. I am only witnessing it all. So experiment number 1, first I notice the distancing, asanga. Experiment number 2, I notice that which is asanga, that space of consciousness is formless, nirakara. Experiment number 3, it is witnessing everything, not just the body, not just the mind, but also the world. These are 3 experiments that you must complete. Yes, all those who are in Gurukul will write all your experiential recognition of your experiments and send it to me. All the beginners who are not in Gurukul, if you wish to share, you can also send it to me. When you share it with me, I know you are ready for Gurukul, and then I can send you an invite. So that is the only way for me to know, by you sharing your recognition with me. Do I experientially see it? Not intellectually understand it. Big difference. There is a difference between seeing a strawberry, describing a strawberry, taking the photographs of strawberry, learning about the science of how strawberries are grown. All this is different. This is intellectual. Actually tasting the strawberry and saying yum, this is experiential recognition. Big difference between the two. Yeah, when I experientially see, that's when I write it down. Yes, I recognize I am Asanga. I recognize I am Nirakara. I recognize that I am Vishwa Sakshi. This sutra is very clear. Few points to clarify under this. Homework is very clear from this verse, right? Point A. Do not fall into the trap that I am the mind that is knowing, perceiving, witnessing. No. What is mind? Thought is equal to mind. Feeling is equal to mind. I know thought. That means I am separate from thought. That means I am separate from the mind. Do you get this? Yeah. So do not fall into the trap that I am the mind that is knowing. Mind cannot know. Revolutionary, no? You always thought the mind knows. The intellect knows. No, not in your experiential recognition. Only the witness knows. And that's all the witness can do. Only know. That's it. So now you have to experiment. Experiment with what? Experiment with differentiating very clearly between the witness and the mind. Then only will you not fall into this trap. Otherwise, you're going to definitely fall into this trap that I am the mind that is knowing, that is perceiving, that is witnessing. Wrong idea. So I have to really work very hard on my own self-inquiry, in my own self-observation, and recognize I am not the mind, because mind is nothing but thought. Thought is not alive or conscious. In order to know something, you need to be alive or conscious. I see a thought arise. I have to go to the market. The thought plays for a while and it goes away. Was the thought alive or conscious? Can a thought turn around and say hi to the witness? A thought is not alive. A thought is not conscious. A thought simply arises, plays for a while, and recedes back into nothingness. I, the witness, know thought. Thought never knows the witness. One thought does not know another thought. Have you seen two thoughts speak to each other? Can they say, hello, hi, how are you? Let's go to the market together? No. Two thoughts do not even arise at the same time. At a time, there is only one thought. Aha, I am the knower of the thought. I am the witness of the thought. Knowing happens at the level of witnessing. Thought is dead, not alive, not conscious. Thought cannot know or witness. Yeah? Do not believe Ekta blindly. You have to experiment with this. You have to keep watching thoughts and recognize, is it possible for there to be more than one thought at a time? No, it's not possible. So there is no question of two thoughts interacting with each other. Okay, can the thought turn back and say hi to me, the witness? The one who is witnessing the thought is the witness. No, a thought is like a mechanical software code. It arises, plays for a while according to its shelf life of the code, and the code ends. There is a big STOP at the end and it's gone. Stop. I cannot even bring the thought back. I only know when the thought automatically arises as a repetitive thought. Yeah. So I have to experiment and verify first. How do I separate myself and see very clearly that thought is not the knower? I am the knower of the thought. And this will happen only by self-observation. And I've made lots of small self-inquiry meditations which are there on the Self-Exploration Meditation YouTube channel. There's a zillion of them. Keep doing them. You'll start recognizing these truths naturally. Yeah? So first thing, mind is equal to thought. Another thing is mind is equal to feeling. Yeah, a pleasant feeling or an unpleasant feeling. Is a feeling alive or conscious? Can a feeling know? Can a feeling understand or perceive? No, I, the witness, know the feeling. Feeling cannot know the witness. Feeling is like a dead program code, arises, plays for a while, disappears. I, the witness, know the arising of the feeling. I know the existence of the feeling, and I know its disappearance too. Aha! I am not the mind. The mind cannot know. The mind cannot witness. I am the one that knows. I am the one that witnesses the mind or thought. Very clear? So number one, do not fall into the trap that I am the mind that is knowing or witnessing. Super clear? Yeah. Take this down as warning number one. These are pitfalls that can happen on the path of self-exploration or path of self-inquiry. So this was the first pitfall I gave you. Now let's see if more come up. Then I'll share. As you inquire, more pitfalls can come up. Pitfall number two, a thought is created by me. I am the creator of the thought. Wrong idea. If I were the creator of the tiger in my dream, I would have known that now the tiger dream is going to come up. But do I know? No. I am not the creator of the thought. Means, in simple words, I am not the thinker of the thought. I am only simply a witness. I knew the tiger in the dream after it arose. Basically, I knew the dream thought after it arose. I am the witness of it, never the creator of it, never the thinker of thought. So a thought is not created by me. This is very clear. If thought is not created by me, isn't this an illusion when I say, oh, this is my idea? This is my suggestion. This is my advice. This is my decision. This mineness, merapan in Hindi, mineness, is an illusion itself. Nothing is mine. Nothing. Not the dream thought, not the waking thought. Nothing is mine. If it were mine, I would know exactly before it arose that this is what is going to arise. But I never know. That's why I'm shocked and surprised by events. That is why I'm shocked and surprised sometimes by my own thoughts. And then I go and own those thoughts and say, my thought, oh, how could I be so evil? How could I have this evil thought? There, I have jumped in and taken ownership of the thought. If I were the creator of the thought, I would have known before it arose. I am not the creator of thoughts. Thoughts arise on their own. I, the witness, know them after they arise. So mineness, not a proper English word, let's just create it from translation of Meerapan. Mineness. Mineness is an illusion. My thought, my idea, my concept, my suggestion, my advice, my decision. Oh, my decision. I made this decision for me. See where my decision brought me. The whole mineness is an illusion. You're starting with illusion. I am not the creator of thought. That is why thought is not mine. I am simply a Sakshi. We are going deeper and deeper into Vishwa Sakshi, you're seeing, right? This is trap number 2, that the thought is mine. Mineness is trap number 2. Trap number 3, this is my memory. I create memories. I go on a vacation. I take pictures. I create memories. My memories. Now see, I remember that wonderful Bali trip. My memory. Memory is nothing but thought. It arises on its own. It plays for a while. It disappears on its own. It is nothing but a repetitive thought. Not alive. Not conscious. The same wrong belief is attached. Mindness, my trip to Bali. Mindness is attached. When I see the truth that mindness itself is an illusion, this thought is an illusion. Reject. I don't even know if time exists. Moment to moment, there is only a now. Moment to moment, there is only a now in my direct experience, direct personal experience. Can I right now step out of this Advaita class and step into the past when I was in Bali? No, I can't go to Bali right now. So I have no proof that there is really a past and a present and a future linearly really placed there. It does not exist. In my direct experience, there is never a past, there is never a future. In my direct experience, I only see the present moment. I only see now. Again and again, it's a now. It's a now. It's a now. It's a now. So where is the question of past? Where is the question of future? When there is no question of past or future, where is the question of memory? All simply thought, mind's story, Manohar Kahaniya. Wonderful Alice in Wonderland stories. Experiment, huh? Don't believe Ekta. Experiment and see. Trap number 3, I do not create memories. I cannot even bring up memories. I am simply a witness to a repetitive thought and I have labeled it as memory. That's all I know. Because in my direct experience, there is only the now. So trap number 3, again and again, this thing comes up. I create memories. I have to remind myself, no, this is a trap. I do not create memories. I do not even have the ability to bring up memories. I only know when it automatically arises. This is trap number 3. Trap number 4, I am intelligent. I am the intellect. I am Mr. or Miss Intellectual. My idea. I am the intelligent one. Again, first of all, mindness is an assumption. There is no mindness. An idea appears. Fantastic idea. out of the box, new age idea, but it is never mine. I have grabbed it, I have taken ownership of it, and I have said it is mine. All an illusion. I did not sit and create the idea. There is no box over there called Ekta's intelligence out of which an idea was manufactured. No. A thought simply arose. I latched onto the thought and owned it. Owning thoughts as mine is simply illusion. Thoughts are not mine. I am simply a sakshi to ideas, thoughts that claim to be that out of the box intelligent idea. Recognizing this truth is true dispassion. If you watch the interviews of very successful people, they always say, I don't know what I did to get here. I have no idea. They do not take ownership. Yeah? It is that moment of truth where the person has recognized, oh no, I was simply a witness. This idea arose, I grabbed it, I owned it, I said it is mine, I started this big company, I became super successful. Now I'm a billionaire. But I didn't do anything in the whole process. Everything happened automatically. I am a sakshi to this happening. Yeah, no successful person in his most, moment of truth kind of moment will say that I did it. Yes, the ego likes to believe I did it, but even somewhere the ego knows, I didn't do anything. It happened. And it slips from your mouth. Many times you said it, I didn't do anything. I don't know how this happened. I am simply a sakshi, a witness to the Vishwa, to the world. Yeah? Whether dream world or waking world. Yeah? So, trap number 4 is very, very clear. Yes, the intellect will say, see, my idea, my intelligence, but it is not mine. Mindness is an illusion. Yeah? Last one I'll give you. Last trap. I am I is the trap. The truth is, I am not I. That I itself is a thought. This I thought says, I am so and so. I am this, I am that. I am a mother, I am a father, I am at least a daughter, a son. Nope. Ashtavakra says no. None of these identifications. Yeah, so homework for everyone. Write down the elaborate, detailed answer for I am not I. Means I am not the father of so and so. I am not the mother. I am not the brother. I am not the sister. I am not the friend. I am not the colleague. I am not this great artist. I am not this great, corporate, successful, professional that I thought I am. No. Write it down in detail for yourself. Let this become a living reality. I am only a witness to all this. Yeah, the more you write it down, the more clarity dawns. And you recognize it. Suppose you have a hobby where you paint or you dance, you do some of those arts. There is no I. There is just the painting, the color happening. Yes, there is no I. And suddenly the I comes at the end and says, see, I painted. You've been to a circus, no? The whole show goes on, it's beautiful, and in the end, who comes and takes a bow? The joker comes and he takes a bow, the clown. And this I is only a clown that takes a bow at the end. Yeah? The I thought is simply the joker, the clown. I am not I. The true I is the Sakshi, Vishwa Sakshi, the witness of all. I don't have to become a Sakshi one day, huh? Some of you are very chalu, very, very, very cunning. One day I will get where Ekta is telling me to go. One day where Ashtavakra is telling me, I will be there one day. No, you are a Sakshi right now. You are a liar. Stop faking it. Stop lying. You are lying right now. You are a Sakshi here and now. Vishwa Sakshi. Not something to be attained. I am already that which I seek. I am already that, but I am ignoring the reality because beliefs are convenient. Assumptions are so convenient. Ashtavakra says, no, you cannot continue the journey unless you are ready to drop these illusory beliefs. Drop these illusory assumptions. See that you are Vishwa Sakshi right now. Vishwa Sakshi Sukhi Bhava. Sukhi Bhava, be happy. It's not become happy. It is be happy. Big difference, huh? Become happy means one day I will get there. Sukhi Bhava. Be happy right now. Becoming is a false story. Just recognizing I am space itself is recognizing I am peace, I am happiness. I cannot be touched. I am unshakable, unstained. I am made up of a stuff called peace. Yeah. Be what you are. It is not become happy. Be happy. Big difference, huh? Clear? The sutra is clear. The shloka is clear. Take a 5 minutes restroom break. I'm really going over my time today. Quick break.